Hey there, everyone. So, as you know, this is a journey, and today is one of those days. A little bit harder to do the lesson today. Um, Struggling with it, but I'm here, and I'm going to try my best to muddle through it. So, I hope you will join me and understand that my mood might be a little bit different today. So, let's go right ahead. Lesson 100. My part is essential to God's plan for salvation. Just as God's Son completes his Father, so your part in it completes your Father. Salvation must reverse the mad belief in separate thoughts and separate bodies, which lead separate lives and go their separate ways. One function shared by separate minds unites them in one purpose, for each one is equally essential to them all. God's will for you is perfect happiness. Why should you choose to go against his will? The part that he has saved for you to take in working out his plan is giving you that you might be restored to what he wills. This part is essential to his plan as to your happiness. Your joy must be complete to let his plan be understood by those to whom he sends you. They will see their functions in your shining face and hear God calling to them in your happy laugh. You are indeed essential to God's plan. Without your joy, his joy is incomplete. Without your smile, the world cannot be saved. While you are sad, the light which God himself appointed as a means to save the world is dim and lusterless, and no one laughs because all laughter can but echo yours. You are indeed essential to God's plan. Just as your light increases every light that shines in heaven, so your joy on earth calls to all minds to let their sorrows go and take their place beside you in God's plan. God's messengers are joyous, and their joy heals sorrow and despair. They are the proof that God wills perfect happiness for all who will accept their Father's gift as theirs. We will not let ourselves be sad today. For if we do, we fail to take the part that is essential to God's plan as well as to our vision. Sadness is a sign that you would play another part instead of what has been assigned to you by God. Thus do you fail to show the world how great the happiness he wills for you, and so you do not recognize that it is yours. Today we will attempt to understand joy is our function here. If you are sad, your part is unfulfilled, and all the world is thus deprived of joy along with you. God asks that you be happy, so the world can see how much he loves his Son and wills no sorrow rises to abate his joy. No fear besets him to disturb his peace. You are God's messenger today. You bring his happiness to all you look upon, his peace to everyone who looks on you and sees his message in your happy face. He will prepare ourselves for this today in our 5-minute practice periods by feeling happiness arise in us according to our Father's will and ours. Begin the exercises with the thought today's idea contains. Then realize your part is to be happy. Only this is asked of you as anyone who wants to take his place among God's messengers. Think what this means. You have indeed been wrong in your belief that sacrifice is asked. You but receive according to God's plan and never lose or sacrifice or die. Nor let us try to find that joy which proves to us and all the world God's will for us. It is your function that you find it here and that you find it now. For this you came. Let this one be the day that you succeed. Look deep within you, undismayed by all the little things and foolish goals you pass as you ascend to meet the Christ in you. He will be there, and you can reach him now. What could you rather look upon in place of him? Who waits that you may look on him? What little thought has power to hold you back? What foolish goal can keep you from success when he who calls to you is God himself? He will be there. You are essential to his plan. You are his messenger today, and you must find what he would have you give. Do not forget the idea for today. Between your longer practice periods, it is yourself who calls to you today, and it is him you answer every time you tell yourself you are essential to God's plan for the salvation of the world. Whew. All right. So, like I said in the beginning, it's a little bit hard for me today because my life is not the greatest right now. But it's just an illusion, right? And I have to remember that. And sometimes the emotions get the better of you. The experiences that you are experiencing get the best of you. And as we all know, we are in trying times right now. So it's hard to stay focused, especially if you are not doing the lessons all as you should, every 5 minutes. I think I was not as good yesterday as other days. So it was very difficult to me this morning, and I'm trying my best today. But let's move on. So what is it telling us today? The lesson is telling us today that we are essential to God's plan. My part is essential to God's plan for salvation. Each and every one plays a role, and we all are important in the salvation of all of us. And when we are not happy, when we are sad, or when we express the feelings of the world, sadness, depression, unhappiness, any adjective you can find for not good. What are we showing? We are just replicating the feelings of the world and not allowing the God to shine through us. So as hard as it is sometimes, we got to remember what we truly are is God's son and daughter, and we are special, and we are wonderful, and we should be joyous, and we should be grateful, because that is what we are. That is what we truly are. And whatever experience we are having right now on this earth is just temporary. It's not real, and it's going to go by quicker than you believe, and you will be in a different place, and you will find that peace and love that you really should have been feeling all along if you only allowed it to. And you could feel it sooner. The minute you shift your focus and let that miracle happen for you, where you are seeing things from a different point of view. And I'm doing that right now. As I speak to you all, it lifts my spirits. It allows me to feel differently. It allows me to remember what I truly am, and the experiences that I had earlier seem to fade away because I realize they're just not real. And I need to remember that what I truly am needs to shine through. It needs to shine through because I have others around me, and they need to see that. They need to see the God in me, because if they don't see the God in me, then they can't see the God in them. And I love them, and I want them to see the God in them. So join me in doing that. Whatever you're going through today, try to see the God in you. Try to see the happiness and joy that really truly exists at all times, and let that shine through and help those around you see that in themselves as well. So I hope we can do this together today. Let's all try. There is shorter practice periods, and that's all it basically is telling us. Be happy today. Be joyous. And do it as often as you can. Not just the 5 minutes that it's asking us to do, and it's asking us to really focus on the 5 minutes, but do it more if you can. And let's see what happens. Well, I hope you enjoyed the lesson for today. I am going to try. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.